Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm really sorry there was no video yesterday. I wasn't feeling too well, and yeah, so I've been feeling a bit snuffly lately, and yeah, I think it's core hold, it's on my chest. But I do want to do a video. I mean, I'm crafting anyway, so I might as well just put the camera on, right? And I love doing videos. So today is the second part of our elements for our clusters, and in my last video I said we're going to need like book pages and stuff like that. So I went into my craft room, and I say it a lot, keep your scraps, keep your scraps. I keep a lot of my scraps. You know the pages, so let me just, I would use this, but not for this project. So pages that you stamp on, like this, is perfect for this project today. So literally no waste at all. And I also I had a load of packing paper, just this grey stuff. It comes up in your Amazon parcels. Sometimes they stuff the packages with it so the stuff doesn't move around. Well, I keep it all, and I iron it out, and I use it just to do random stamping on. And I made quite a few years ago, I made a video where I made my own stamps out of just like household things that were around the house. I will link it in the video in the description box so you can have a look. And yeah, I use those things like rubbers, erasers. I used to cut erasers like this one. This here is made from just a normal stationery eraser, and I cut out squares and I just stamped it on a bit of paper. This one is the same, and yeah, this is just a sponge dauber, painted lines on book pages, and just kind of sitting there and just, you know, making a mess, drawing, painting. These are other shapes as well that I had. This is an old ink pad that I had, and I just stamped it down on a bit of paper. Same. Just, you know, there's pen marks, there's dots, there's so many different textures, and they're just on all loads of old music paper. So I have those. I also managed to find oh, got another one here, look, there you go, that's another stamp that I made. I also managed to find some of my jelly prints, which I love jelly printing. I really do. I haven't done it for quite a while because there's not really any need for jelly printing in junk journaling. Well, I didn't think so, but there is. So these are a few of my jelly prints, some done on cardstock, some done on paper, and I thought these are perfect for what we're doing today, just for elements and stuff like that. So what we are going to be making, oh, and I have I went through all my old art books because yeah, art journaling. I love to do art journaling as well as I love to do junk journaling. And this is one of my art journals. So, but I love the paper that's in it. This is a moleskin journal that I got out of TK Maxx. The paper is so soft. It really is nice. So I have taken out a few of those sheets as well. So I mean, notebooks, anything, any kind of anything. This project can be done with stuff that is literally just laying around your house. Oh, excuse me, 1 minute. Oh, sorry about that, just had to have a drink. Yeah, this can be literally done with stuff that is laying around your house, so it is perfect. So what we're going to be making today is paper ruffles, but we're not going to be making them with a sewing machine. I mean, if you've got a sewing machine, then yeah, definitely just stitch a line through the middle of it, because it looks awesome and it's another element. But today we're not going to be doing that. So I have made a few, and it's not just paper ruffles either. We're going to be making stamped distressed paper ruffles. So here's one example that I've got, and when it's all pushed together, I mean, let me just, how cool does that look? But then obviously when it's pulled apart, I mean, you can use it like that as well if you want to. It really doesn't matter. But I just think it's so cool. So cool. I've also made some out of book pages as well. And these ones I have glued instead of sewing. This one is another one that I made out of the paper out of my journal, and I just glued the ends to keep it together, and I've kept these bits sort of like open, just because it's just another texture. Then I also have, here's another one made out of the packing tape, and I'm not going for perfection here. I want it as an element. So yeah, the rougher the better. Like this one, I mean, this was made from really delicate book paper that I did some mark making on, and yeah, it folded all wonky. Doesn't bother me at all. Here's another one, and like I said, because it's delicate paper, this one ripped. And then I have this one here, that again I've only glued the ends, and I stamped on it, and I've inked it as well. So that's what we're going to be making. Plus, when you do this project, you get loads of, let me just slide those ruffles to the side. You get loads of these strips of paper, all different sizes and ruffles. And there again, they're another perfect element for your clusters. So yeah, make sure you keep all those. I am going to use my, let me just put those aside. I am going to be using my ruffle ruler. I got this one off of Amazon. You don't have to use this. You can use just a normal straight edge ruler. But I do like the edging that it gives it. We Are Memory Keepers does a pack of 3 different ones, different kinds of edges. Right, so I was just rudely interrupted by my other half. He yeah, decided to ring. Forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, but it's now on airplane mode. And I'm really sorry if you can hear loads of noises around today. It is really noisy in my area today. So yeah, so I'm going to be using my ruler, my wavy one. I'm also going to be using VersaFine Claire, and today I am going with tea dye. Instead of Vintage Photo. So this has got a little bit more of an orange tinge to it, but yeah, I like a very reddy undertone, but I like it. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. I've also pulled out some of my stamps. I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but I've pulled out some of them. So let's get started on making some paper ruffles. So I have this page here, and I've just kind of distressed it with just a little bit of tattered rose. So, and I think what I also want to do is just get my tea dye, and I'm going to get one of my packaging labels as packaging, just one of my plastic packaging covers. And get it to stop bending up, and I'm just going to smooch a little bit of tea dye on there, get my water spray, and just and then I'm just going to dab it. You've seen me do this loads of times. And then I'm just going to give this a blast and I'll be back. Oh, look at that. It looks so good. And it's mixed in here, if you can see that, with the oxide. I love it. Right, so now I'm going to take my ruler, and you can do this however thick you want to do it. It's entirely up to you. The width of it really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to... Probably be better off doing it this way, so I've got a bigger... I'm just going to rip some strips off. I'm going to use one this side as well. If you are going to use a ruler like this with vintage paper, just be really careful, because yeah, this side can be a little bit much, but look at that. And with this side, you get little creases in the paper as well. It's really cool. Now this is, I've just ripped this one. This is what I mean. So I've literally, there's a big rip there, look. So this one I will just rip apart and I will add to my strips. Right, so let's put this up out of the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my thumb in the middle, and I'm just going to, I'll do it on the side. I'm just going to put my thumb here and then here, and then I'm just going to push this thumb to the back like that, so you get a kind of a Z. And then I'm going to fold over and then go a bit further down, push this thumb to the back like that, and then again, and just keep going down the piece of paper like that until you get to the bottom. And then you have this really cool little ruffle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the bottom one and then hold it down, and then I'm going to turn it over, and the one above it, the crease above it, I'm going to put a bit of glue there as well. So it's the two bottom ones. On this side it's the bottom one, and on this side it's the one just above it. So, and I'm going to do the same on this side. So the top one on this side, and then hold it down, and then the top one on the other side. And this just, it kind of keeps it in shape, but you get to keep the ruffle in the middle, so you don't have to flatten the ruffle so much. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to get both my thumb and this, all however far apart you have your two thumbnails is how big the ruffle's going to be. So depending on where you want to start from the top, so like I want to start 1/2 inch in and 1/2 inch gap, so then I push, and then it makes the ruffle just there, and then push down and just crease, do the same. And once you've done a couple of them, you'll be flying through these. This is again another really therapeutic project as well. And there, I mean, that one isn't straight, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I love it anyway. And then we're just gonna do the same as we did before. We're gonna glue the bottom part and hold it, and you will have to hold it for a few seconds, because you've folded the paper, its natural instinct is just to ping away. And then we're going to turn it over, and we're going to do the first ones on the back. And there we have. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? They're so cool. I love them. And they are a real good element So I'm going to do some more, and then we'll move on. And you can do the gaps as wide or as small as you like. So if I'm going to do this one quite wide, which obviously all depends on the length of the ruffle. And then I'm just going to glue this. And then glue this one. And like I said, if you have, excuse me, if you have got a sewing machine, definitely, I've ordered one. I've ordered one. Use your sewing machine to put, because then you don't have to glue it. You can just fold it like this and then just run it through your sewing machine, and that will keep it all together. So yeah, it does look really cool when it's stitched, I'm not gonna lie. There's another one there, but I do find that I don't know why, but gluing the two ends does just seem to keep the whole thing together. I don't know why. This one I'm gonna do quite close to each other. So I'm gonna put my finger at the bottom crease there, and then push back. Again, finger, push back, finger, push back. So then this one, oh, this one turns out even more defined and a lot smaller than the other ones. But again, we're going to glue. And hold down. And then we're going to glue and hold down. And when you look at the differences in the creases, I mean, I've got 4 different ruffles from the same piece of paper. So we'll put those aside. Excuse me. And then I'm going to get some of my my jelly prints. I don't know which ones I'm going to get, because they're quite colourful. I might give it a go with some cardstock, see how that goes. I quite like this here. I'd like to see how that is going to affect it. And that one there, I want to try. So that one, that one. That one's quite cool. And these are not the jelly prints. These, if you've ever done jelly printing before, these are what you get when these are the second lifts and the lifts you're trying to go for before you get the final print, if that makes any sense. Right, so let's get this. This is the cardstock, so let's play with the cardstock first. Where's my ruler? There it is. Right, so I'm just gonna and then I haven't actually tried cardstock yet. And it's parcel day today as well. My Heidi Swap parcel is coming. That I'm going to keep as an element, because look at that, how cool is that? I might just take the top bit off just so it's all matching. But there you go, look at that, how cool is that? And there's another little bit there, and there's another little bit there. So I'm going to put those on my pile. And then I'm going to take the bottom off of this, just like that. And what I have been doing is with this one, I haven't glued this one down yet. Let's glue this one down. With this one, I actually distressed it afterwards. But what I want, I might distress this piece first, because I just want to see what it's going to look like if I distress it first. I mean, I love that one. That one I distressed first, afterwards, and then I distressed all the little separate bits as well. So I'm going to take my tea dye, and I'm not doing oxide today, I'm just doing normal distress. And I think I'm going to just go around the edge. I haven't done this first yet, but I want to make up some ruffles so that we can do some stamping on them. And I also want to show you kind of how it looks on different kinds of media. I mean, literally go through your scrap bin, go through, it would also be really good on, like, I've got brain fog. It would look really good on scrapbook papers that you probably wouldn't use in a project. So yeah, anything you would throw away. It's a little bit harder to do because obviously it's cardstock and it tends to want to go where it wants to go, but that's fine. Look at that, how cool is that? Right, so before I glue this, I'm just going to glue the mountings, so the bits that are sticking up. So that they stand out from the background. Perfect. And now glue the top fold. Hold it down. Glue the bottom. You could also staple it if you wanted to. There's another element there. Yeah, it's a bit hard because it's wants to naturally pop up. A bit of glue in there. A bit of glue in there. I mean, we could try that. After we've done the stamping, we could try using the, how cool does that look? It's so cool, and it's colour coordinated for what you want. Right, so now I'm going to try some of the papers that we've got. I love this stuff. Right, so I'm going to just straighten this up. And then we have a little, I mean, that could still be used in a cluster. This. Perfect. So we'll put that on the pile as well. And then just fold. And this one, because I'm not going to stamp on this one. Excuse me. I'm not going to stamp on this one because it's already got a pattern on it, so there kind of wouldn't really be any point. But I am going to distress it. And then with this one, because it's a little bit delicate, I think this one we'll try the stapler on. Get my teeny attacher and just one, two, three, there we go. You could use your teeny attacher as well, and you don't have to use it that way. I mean, that looks quite cool as well, so you don't have to use the patterned bit. That's why I like to distress the edges, because you kind of pulls it away so you can see it's ruffled, but it looks really ruffled on that side, and that side does look really cool as well, and you can see the ruffles more. So let's put that aside. And now I have my favourite piece. You know how I feel about this. My favourite piece of coffee dyed paper. So I'm just going to take that edge off and straighten it up, and I think I'm going to rip it down that natural rip down there. There's more elements there. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? And that there as well. And then and I love this paper. Right, so because this is already quite creased, it should look quite cool. So we've got some different size creases on that one, which is cool. And I'm just going to, again, glue the bottom. And you can also, I think, I don't know if I've already said this. I'll say it again, just in case I haven't. You can colour coordinate with your projects, which is really cool. Right, and now I'm going to get my tea dye and just so sorry if you can hear that noise. I think someone's doing some renovations somewhere. And there we have a coffee dyed paper ruffle. I absolutely love it. Right, so now what we're going to do is, we've got some ruffles here. I'm going to put my ruler away. I do want to make, I've got some of that paper out of my journal, and I do want to make some plain ones to show you with no distress. Strip there, so I'm just going to rip that in half, put that in my pile. There's one. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. Put that in my pile. There's another strip. Right, there we go. So there's some more strips, and then we're just going to make the ruffle. And we'll keep the ends out. Excuse me. Alright, let's make another one. And like I said, we're not going for perfection. We're going for texture. So if it's not straight, I mean, look at those. How cool are they? If it's not straight, that's absolutely fine. This is a bit of a wider one. But I just want to show you how cool they look on plain paper as well as anything patterned. I mean, look at that one. How cool is that going to look on... I mean, you could even layer them on top. I mean, straight away, there's a really cool cluster there. It's a bit like asparagus. You know when you bend asparagus? This is you know when you bend asparagus and it just naturally breaks where it's supposed to naturally break. Well, it's kind of like that. This paper just seems to... if you got your thumb in the right places, it just seems to straight away naturally fold how you want it to fold. So again, it just naturally, if you lift this hand over that one and just go, it naturally folds. So yeah, this is there you go. I bet you've never had junk journaling compared to food before. But yeah, it's a lot like asparagus. Excuse me. Oh dear. Right, let's make some more. But I like that it goes in its own direction, to be honest. It really doesn't bother me. Let's just flatten that out. And there we have all those. How cool are they? Right, so I'm going to glue the ends and then I'll be back. Right, so I have grabbed some different distress inks because as much as I do like the tea dye, I want to try some others. So we've got old paper, which has a greeny tone to it. Let me just... I've just ordered myself some of the mini daubers, so I'm looking forward to getting them. Oh, look at that. Yes. I do love old paper, but yeah, it's never the first one I go to for some reason. I don't know why. And then again, we're going to go... I'm really sorry if you can hear that drilling. Along the edges as well. And then we have... How cute is that? That is so cute. And I'm just going to... Love it. So that's the green, the old paper. Excuse me. I've got two vintage photos here, and I know one of them goes a bit bitty. I think we'll go for this one. Looks a bit newer. I'll use this on the big one. I love my oxides, but sometimes I really just miss the distress. And again, go along the creases. Oh, this one looks so cool. And this one I'm just going to bend and get along that crease. Look at that. It's just so cool. Again, I'm just gonna bend along that crease as well. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Right, so that's that one. Now we have old spruce as well. And this one, I think I'm just gonna use what I use paint on. It's not quite dried, so let's I might give some of these daubers a little wash. Let's do this one. Oh, look at that. Oh, spruce. So cool. We'll just go along the top. I'm just going to fold this one down and get along that bit. Look at that one. So cool. Right, so we've done the vintage photo. Oh, let's give black soot a go, shall we? Here's my black dauber. This is another one that I never gravitate to. I don't know why, because oh, I love it. The grunge. We'll fold this down so we can get just along the line there. And I think that have one in the black. Oh, how cool is that? Right, what else have we got? Oh, walnut stain. I'm just going to get a white because I've got a, yeah, my fingers are getting a bit mucky and I don't want to transfer. Right, I think I'm going to use this one. Have I got a spare one? Yes, I have. So this is the walnut stain. Another one that I don't gravitate to, but yet is such a lush colour. I mean, look at that. How cool does that look? Let's just, oh, I think we screwed that one up. Push that down. And then you could always, let me get my bit of scrap. If you wanted to, you could just proper blend it instead of just daubing it on the side. And that picks up the, can you see that? It picks up the ripped edges a lot better than when you go like that. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? Ah, oh, I love it. And I love vintage photo. Right, we've got frayed burlap, brushed corduroy, pumice stone, gathered twigs, or antique linen. I want to try the antique linen because we've got lots of browns. So I'm going to just take off some of the excess tea dye. And then I might need a new antique linen. This one's not. It's not blending very well. There, look at that. How cool does that look? So cool. Excuse me. I mean, to be honest, I think I've had this quite a while anyway, the antique linen. So let's put our daubers away and we're going to keep out our little stamp mat. I have been, let me put my ruler away. I have been through some of my stamps and I've got out the usual suspects. So I've got out eccentric, field notes and correspondence. And I also have the Inspector, Grunged, Artful Tools, Remnants, Psychedelic Grunge, Mercantile, yeah, Mercantile, and there's that word again, Attic Treasures, oh dear, and Mini Glitch as well. So I kind of like the idea of using this ruler, tape measure, on Attic Treasures, and I think we'll use, yeah. So I'm wondering, I'm going to do this in antique linen, see what it looks like. So it's kind of just in the background. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay the paper ruffle. Oh, excuse me, 1 minute. Just had a coffee fit and had to have a drink. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the, just leave it down there like that. I'm not going to manipulate or anything. Then I'm just going to get my stamp. And I'm just going to let the stamp push the ruffle down. And then stamp on top. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is so cool. Where did my wipe go? There it is. That is so, so cool. Now, let me find... I think I'm just going to leave that like that, to be honest, that one. I might do... I might do another ruler. This time do it in black. And I'm just going to do it again, just off the edge. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? Oh, it's just so cool. And then let's put this one back. And these, I think these spool top stamps, these two here, oh, they're my favourite. So we're definitely going to get one of those. I am going to do the butterflies as well. So again, I think I'm going to do this one in the antique linen and just stamp it like that. And then I think I'm going to pick that one. And in the gathered twigs, I'm going to take the butterflies, put it right in the middle. And then you can't really tell what it is, but when it's closed up, you can. It just looks really cool. Or what you could do is you could just ink up one. I don't want that little, or this bit. And then just put on the top there just like that. And maybe do a different one. And then put this one down. The bottom there, like that. Let's put these ones back. And then we can also, if I can find it, my favourite from Teeny Toadstools. Just put a bit of and there, look at that. How cool is that? And then I think we'll do the same on this. And then let's put some like that. Let's put some, I don't think we'll put anything else on this one. Look at that. How cool is that? But I do think this one needs something else. So let's just put a couple of those on. Just how cool is that? So there's that one. I might just put a little bit of just to give it a little bit of interest. But what I mean by, if you was to use the other side, I mean, how cool is that? That's so cool. And now let's have a look through some others. See, that one's really cool, but I think I might give the no, I'm not going to. Right, let's do some splats. And I think we'll use pumice stone. Look at that. It's so cool. Right, let's try a bit of brush corduroy, and this one I'm just gonna go just like that. And then I'm going to use the stencil alphabet. This is so much fun. It's just so great to get your stamps out, have a play. I mean, look, how cool does that look? Oh, they're just so cool. I'm going to do that again on another one. I'm going to do that again on this one, on the cardboard. But first, I want to just burnish it down. Let me get my horrible bone folder. Just too big and bulky. Right, and now, because I think this is going to look really cool with the blue and the little bit of yellow that's in it. Right, so again, just lay it down, and then luckily enough, most of the stamp covers it anyway. And you can just see little flecks of black. How cool is that? Yes. Right, I'm going to do another one. this one I'm going to try and get all the numbers. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh, I think I've just found my new favourite stamp. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to be using this a lot. I mean, look. Oh, that is so cool. I love this stamp. I love this stamp. And this comes from the Grunge set that comes from. Right, let's do a couple of rings, and then this one's pretty cool. I think we'll use the thinner part. Oh, look at that. Yes. And this one I haven't inked. I haven't distressed this one. So cool. So cool. Right. So I love the way the background stamps work. I am just going to quickly distress these and then I'll be back. Right, so I have distressed these two, and now I think I'm going to go for, I do want, I want to do the alphabet on there, and I quite like the idea of doing that as well. So let's give this one a go first. And this is on the remnants. Excuse me. Another stamp set that I really don't reach for, which is crazy. Oh, look at that. Going to be using, excuse me. Oh, my throat. Sew it this way. Look at that. So cool. And then I'm just gonna stamp the rest of it on here. Perfect. Let's do a little one as well. Let's just put it there. I don't know why, I just felt like doing it. And now I'm going to have a little tidy up and then I'll be back. And there we go. we have another element to our clusters. How cool are they? Oh, I love them so much. They are, I really do. They are just so cool. And they'll just look really cool if I get one of my, let me see. I'll get one of my printed labels. And then get one of the ruffles. Let's get this one. I don't know what side I prefer. I think I prefer this side better. And then just stick this down there. And let's put this bit back on for later. There's an element. How cool is that? And then you've got all your little pieces off the edge as well. You don't have to use that bit. You can use that bit, or a piece of, I mean, how cool is that? And then you just get and there's the start of a cluster. How cool is that? What I did also do, let's just, I've missed one. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to be making more, playing with more anyway. So let's just pile all these over. I mean, you could get good, I mean, look at what we've done just in the space of this video. You could get so many of these made and keep in a big box somewhere. Right, so I'm going to get my wooden box over. And as I was going through my stash, I came across, oh, I was looking for that this morning. I had to use my old one. As I was going through my stash, I came across some bits of like file folder, the stickers, and there's some cardstock. This is just cartridge paper. This is craft cardstock and some strips of the file folders as well. Here's some more paper, and there was just like random pieces of paper and cardstock. So what I did was I went through my stamps and I stamped a load of bits and pieces. So I made some of these. I stamped some labels on some notebook paper, and then some normal labels and an airmail ticket, some, just all the bits off of, you know, our favourite stamp sets. Also did some in the manila cardstock, just stamped and cut them out. There's one of the numbers. So yeah, I put on a TV show and I just did some stamping and cutting out. Now these ones, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that holograph on there? And I've got some of the specimen ones as well. I hope you can see that on there. So I found in my stash, I thought it was contact paper in sheets, but then when I took a sheet out, it's holographic contact paper, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I took my my stamp sets and I took one sheet and I just did lots and lots of stamping from the Field Notes stamp set. and then I just cut them all out. And again, I thought that would be a really cool element. I mean, look at that. Can you see that? I just saw that. The shimmer on those. It's so cool. It's something different, isn't it? It's a different kind of element. So, yeah, so I did spend the day doing that as well yesterday when I wasn't feeling very well. So, get out your stamp sets and then just cut yourself some ephemera as well. So, I'm going to put the bits and pieces. Let's all slide all these up. And then I'm going to put all my scrap pieces there. Perfect. And then I also found a 50 pack of these teeny weeny little tags as well. They're in. Let's unwrap them. So we've got the string. So let's put that. We could use that for something. And then these would be. So they come in like an antique linen and a cream colour. Can you see that? They're two different colours. But these would be perfect for. I mean, you could. Let's put some of these in here, and then. How cool is that? Take the little widget out, feed the string through, and you've got a really cute little tag to hang off the side of your cluster or your page or anything. So I found these for anyone that lives in the UK. I found these in the range and they were £1 for a 50 pack. Anyone in any other country, America, I would look in Dollarama, Dollar General, or the dollar store. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, any dollar store, and any like Euro store, €1 or anything like that for these. Or you can just search Art Studio. I don't know if I think they're a brand made for the range, because it says therange.co.uk on the back. So yeah, but I thought they were really cool as well. So we are getting a nice little arraignment of things to do our clusters with, and I'm getting really excited. I love that it's the neutral theme as well, and I might put a little pop of colour in there as well, but I'm not sure. I do like my neutral themes. So I want to give you enough time to make your paper ruffles if you want to. Obviously you don't have to make them if you don't want to. So what I'm going to do is the cluster video is going to be up on Saturday, and tomorrow I have another video as well. It's going to be sort of like a two-part kind of video. We are going to do some crafting, but I'm also going to do a little bit of a haul as well, of just some of the items that I've ordered lately. I don't know if you would be interested in seeing any of them. So yeah, so I thought I'd just do a little haul because I've had quite a few packages come. And yeah, also I've got some digital kits as well that I'm going to be using. So I might do a digitals week next week. So let me know if you're up for that as well. And yeah, thank you all for being here. Sorry I sound a bit bleh, but I like crafting, and I know I don't sound right, I don't feel right, but I'm going to be crafting anyway. So if you can stand listening to my croaky voice, then that's fine. But yeah, thank you all very much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Take care, everybody. Bye.